Hi there, welcome to this video. I am Natasha, and this video is going to be a little different from my pick a card readings because I will spill on the secret of doing a creepily accurate reading. Now, how do you go about it? First, there's some previous lessons that I did, or tips as you will, on how to use your decks and how to ask the right questions, how to formulate your questions. But now I will go into the depth of it and how it works that your readings come out very accurate. I will use my pick a card readings as an example. I always use a portal, and that can be an andara like this one. This is a very beautiful one. I don't usually use this one in my pick a card readings. I get these andaras from Elemental Ascension. I'll link them in the description box below. I usually use smaller andaras like this one as a portal, and I will now tell you how that works, because we need to take into account that time isn't linear. So I can pre-record a video or record it whenever I want it and pick a certain time span that I want to have this reading for, or I can leave it open. But what I do when I make one of my pick a card readings, I use this portal to gain access to the viewer of this video. I send out my energy while I'm shuffling the deck. I use this portal, this andara, this stone. Some people use flowers or things like that. All is fine, whatever works for you. The thing is that this portal has a certain energy of its own. The person that chooses this specific portal has an energy that resonates somewhat or mostly with the portal they chose. So whenever you start to shuffle, you are directing your mind to the energy of the portal and you're harmonizing yourself with it. You can do it in several ways. First off, you need to become a bit adept at this. You need some practice for this. It will work if you practice a lot with tarot readings. You will gain this ability. Some people are naturals and don't need much practice, and other people really need to go for it and practice meditation first, and practice concentration as well, because that is an important aspect of this. So there's two ways, like I said. I can either harmonize my frequency to the frequency of the portal to get the frequency of the portal and thus the viewer into the cards while I shuffle. It means that I need to clear my mind entirely. Every thought of my own needs to be abolished. My mind needs to be clear. Nothing should be there. All I need is an empty space and some concentration to focus on this portal, and therefore the energy, the vibration of this portal, and thus the vibration of the viewer that picked this specific portal. I harmonize my energy with the portal. It takes concentration. I need to concentrate fully on the portal. The portal is all that exists in my mind as I shuffle. I don't think any thoughts, or maybe even I think of the question that the reading is about, but if there's no specific question, there is nothing in my mind except for the portal. It fills my entire mind. When I shuffle, there is a certain energy going through me, and it feels a lot like traveling through a portal, like those in the Harry Potter books. It feels your mind is traveling to another dimension, and it travels with high speed. It travels with the speed of thought, but that speed slows down the moment you arrive at your destination. You need to practice this as well. I suspect it may come quite automatic for some people, but I suspect most of you will need to practice even to become aware of this feeling. To me, it appears as slowing down. So I begin shuffling. I usually shuffle in a quite fast speed, in a high tempo. And while I travel through this portal to the vibrations that I need to align with, I feel a certain heaviness come into my shuffling, and I will begin to slow down further and further and further when I arrive. And at a certain point I feel a halt. That's when I'm done. I can now cut the cards and lay out my reading. That is the first method. It's about aligning yourself with the frequency, the vibrations of the portal, which align mostly with the people who chose this specific portal. Another way is, and andaras are very extremely suitable for that, is use this as a portal to literally move through this stone into another dimension, where I can then find all the people who are watching this video. And then I can do the same process. I move my entire awareness into this portal, through this portal, into this other dimension. And there I will find all the viewers of this video. And then I begin the same process again. It is a traveling to a dimension with high speed. So I begin shuffling in a pretty fast tempo, a pretty high speed, and then I feel a certain slowing down as I connect with the energies of the people who are watching the video. I feel my shuffling slowing down, becoming more heavy and heavy, and at a certain point I feel a heaviness and a stop, a rest. That is when I'm done shuffling. I can cut the cards and begin to lay out my reading. So I can go into this a little deeper if you're interested in that, and I might even include this in my tarot reading course. It is a daunting task, but I will try to complete it. It may take a while, so don't wait for it. It's going to be very extensive and very thorough, but this will be part of this as well. Now, this is the trick of getting creepily accurate readings. You really need to do the mental work. Whenever you are shuffling your cards and you're dreaming and drifting away, oh, it's quite rainy out there, I feel cold, I want a hot chocolate. Then every reading will be about you, and I will not name names because it can happen to all of us tarot readers, but sometimes it can be hard to focus yourself on the portal, on the client in front of you or at the other end of the video, and you might drift in your own thoughts, thinking about your job, your relationship, what's for dinner tonight. I don't know what to wear tomorrow. I got this party. What shall I wear? Will it be fun? Who will I meet there? What will we do? What will I pass my test? How will my career be? You know, there's inner chatter that will go on, and when you do that while you're shuffling and trying to do a reading for someone else, if you are in that mental state, the reading will be about you and not the person you are doing the reading for. Also, I have found that if you are watching TV or watching a video or distracted by other people, a conversation of other people, while you're shuffling your deck and you're focusing either consciously or unconsciously, sometimes you go in this staring mode that you feel blanked out, but you're still listening to the TV show or the radio or the conversation of the people that are in the room with you. That is coming into your reading. So even if you feel that you are doing a reading about yourself, as soon as you feel you're drifting away, you hear this voice, you get into this trance-like state, and you hear the TV show in the background or the radio. That is what the reading is going to be about. So sometimes, and I suppose we've all had this, you can do a reading and one of these things that I just described may happen, and you lay out the cards like this and you turn them over and you're like, wow, this seems like rubbish. It doesn't hold any ground to my question. It doesn't attach to my situation in any way. But if you think a bit further and look what has been going on in your environment, was the TV on? And if so, what was on the TV? Was there a talk show going on? What was the subject of the talk show? And see if you can relate your reading to that aspect. Because I will almost guarantee you that you will find that the reading is about the thing that you were distracted by. And also sometimes, even when you're doing everything right, some people will come up to you with a question about a lover or a love life situation, because that is probably the most asked question, love, work and finances. So people will come to you with a question about that, and you are doing everything right. You are focusing on your client either through a portal or because your client is directly in front of you. You are doing everything right. You're completely focused. You feel how you arrive at the moment where you can stop the shuffling. You lay out the cards and you find, wait a minute, this is not about a love relationship or a job or finances. This is not about the question that the person asked. You need to look closely at these cards, because these cards will pick up on the most dominant energy in the person, either whether they are aware of it or not. Most people are not even aware of the most important issues in their life because they're kind of afraid of them and push them away in their subconscious. The cards will show them. And that is why the cards can be very confronting for some people, because these cards can show you things that you have been running away from, things that you've been trying to hide in your subconscious. Whenever that happens, diplomacy is key. You really need to be very careful how you tell about what is in the reading, because it is usually something that isn't healed yet. And you need to be very diplomatic in how you bring that message that comes forth in the cards. But that is a subject for another video. So I hope I helped you with doing more accurate readings. I hope you learned something either for yourself or for readings for other people. And I am also very curious to know how this works out for you and what your experiences are with making contact with the person, the question, either through time, through portals, or when you have a live client in front of you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like this video, please leave a like, share and comment. You can also become a Patreon and get access to an exclusive Facebook group and exclusive material and a discount on my personal readings. For a personal reading, you can contact me. My email is in the description box below. If you don't want that but like to see more of my videos, you can subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I wish you an amazing day. Be blessed. Bye!